What's going on, my lovely people? I'm System Check 66, and we're going to be talking about the Silent Hill game, or the forthcoming Silent Hill game. Apparently it's been leaked. I went to VGC just to sort of read up about it, and this is what they say. So it says, leaked images appear to show a new British Silent Hill. Okay, interesting. Images shared by a known insider, Dust Golem, for those who know him, have since been removed in a copyright claim. Hence the reason why I'm not showing you the images on here, or just showing you any articles or anything about it, because at the moment these companies are going on stupid. Like they're pulling channels for the smallest, slightest stuff, and YouTube, they don't want to help. So it's just my voice, maybe some footage from something. Like I said, maybe I'll put up Resident Evil footage on here. It's just talking about it. So images from what is reportedly a new Silent Hill game were shared online by a reputable insider, Dust Golem, shortly before they were taken down in a copyright claim. Ascetic Gamer, previously known as Dust Golem, posted 4 images of what they claimed were a Silent Hill leak, adding that while they originated from a source that was new to them, they had been given more than enough proof to believe them. Within hours, the pictures were removed from Twitter and replaced with a message stating this image has been removed in response to a report from the copyright holder. I had a video just quickly where I was covering leaks regarding Resident Evil 8 before it released, and I had all these images and they were readily available on Google Images, and the video got like 6k views in the space of 2 hours, 300, 400 comments, and Capcom blocked it just for those images. And I wrote to them saying, I believe this is fair use. Yes, they're leaked images, but they are available on Google. That's where I got them. I got them from Google Images. Nothing back. My channel got a strike, and the video was blocked worldwide. So I'm not taking any chances anymore. It sucks that this is what it's come to, but it is what it is. Now, you can't find those images anymore on Google, the leaked Resident Evil 8 ones, but the point was, at the time, they were there for people to take. So it should have been an issue with Google and not with content creators. Either way, getting back to the article, the image shows a messy room, a red corridor with notes covering the wall, and a figure standing at the end, and a woman's face that has been partially unpeeled with messages like "I hate myself" and "Minga" exposed underneath her skin. So Minga, I've heard an American YouTuber talk about the word. He said it's Minja, and I was like, or something like that, and I was like, no, the right pronunciation of the word is Minga, and a Minga is basically a 90s speak of saying that a girl is ugly. Basically, she's an ugly girl. So that's what Minga means. So we used to, back in the day, we'd be like, not me specifically, but someone, if they wanted to be mean to another to another person or a girl, then they'd say, oh, she's a rat Minga. That's how you'd say it in context. So that's how it is pronounced. So yeah, it seems like it's going to be set in England. If this is kind of the try to say the sort of words and stuff that they're putting in the game, it's very British. So very 90s Britain, though. No one really says Minga anymore. One of the images appears to be concept art dated October the 20th, 2020, and signed by Masahiro Ito, the monsters designer and art director on the original Silent Hill trilogy. That's cool. As well as the use of the word Minga in one image, graffiti on the wall seemingly paraphrases "He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy" from Life of Brian, a line from Monty Python's Life of Brian. Both terms suggest that this is indeed a new Silent Hill game and may have a British influence. So yeah, I mean, when going through the photos, it's kind of weird. That's one thing I will say. I don't know if they've got like a British director or something helming it, or they're just very inspired by British culture. I know that Devil May Cry 5 kind of had a level and levels that resembled Britain, definitely, and London specifically. So it does seem like a lot of the Japanese are moving away from American culture and moving or taking from British culture, which it's interesting. I guess as a British person, it's okay every now and then to see something influenced by our culture, but it's more interesting to see influences from different cultures from around the world as opposed to my own. But then again, when I do see these things, I am like, oh, that's cool. It's a nice little nod there, like to England. But yeah, image wise, I'll go through it with you if you guys haven't seen these. It's readily available to read, on Google. But you've got this image where it's like in a corridor. There's this chick standing at the end, and there's loads of post-it notes all over the wall, just completely covering the walls. Another one was of the girl they were talking about, and she has like her face and stuff is peeling, and underneath are like words like fat bitch, mingar, all these, I hate myself, whatever, you should kill yourself, all this weird shit. So it's definitely trying to be edgy, air quotation marks. It's a bit try hard if you ask me. I don't think Konami are going to do well with this. Now, I did see some images of like the rooms and stuff that you'd go to, and it's strange. Like, it's like someone said this perfectly. They said it's almost like there was a hoarder that used to live in this house or this room, and it's got sort of like black bags of rubbish and clothes everywhere, and the wallpaper's peeling, and it looks like most council houses or council flats that you get in England. But yeah, it's very Resident Evil 7 looking. That's the thing. It looks so much like Resident Evil 7 to the point where I'm like, I've already seen this and played it. So yeah, there's a lot of like the post-it notes thing seems to be I don't know, man. It just looked a little too weird. That's the thing. The main character looks very generic. I'm not gonna lie. She looks a bit generic. Let's see, where was I? So we'll continue. It says, when sharing the screens, Aesthetic Gamer wrote, there's a lot I'm not sharing for now. This is from a relatively new source for me, but I have been given more than enough proof to believe them. I also will mention the names Anita and Maya. SMS messages, and this is not the only Silent Hill game in development. Okay, so rather than try and create one that could be good, they're going to try and create loads that could be crap or good, depending. The shots are a bit dated from 2020, so maybe this project looks a bit different now, but this is what I'm choosing to share. I know many will doubt this, but I have a lot of private proof to show this is real, and as always I continue to wait on the Silent Hill game reveal. The images were then removed on Twitter by the copyright holder before Aesthetic Gamer's Twitter account was temporarily locked following a DMCA notice. Damn. They're really going on hardcore at the moment. In the past, Aesthetic Gamer, under their previous name Dusk Golem, correctly shared in April 2020 the 8th Resident Evil game, which would become Village, would be released in 2021, would be first person again, and would see the return of Ethan Winters, and would include werewolves. Although Konami has yet to confirm if the images are genuine, Way Forward director Tom Hewlett, who had previously worked for Konami and was producer on Silent Hill Shattered Memories, expressed his unhappiness at the leak on Twitter. If a studio has multiple people sending materials to a known leaker, they are not professional enough to do the game justice, Hewlett wrote, seemingly referring to the images. The medium developer Blooper Team said last year that it's working on an existing horror IP from a very famous gaming publisher, fueling speculation it could be reviving Konami's Silent Hill. Konami and Blooper Team then signed a strategic cooperation agreement a few months later that would see the companies create games together. So it's clear that this is Silent Hill, although it could be fake, definitely, but I do think that it's Silent Hill. It looks very much like Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 kind of borrowed from PT, so it's come around full circle. It looks first person from what I can tell, which is annoying. Does every horror game have to be first person now? You know, it's kind of annoying. It used to be third person, now they're just making it first person. It's kind of annoying. So I'm not sure, but I think it's real. Definitely, I think it's real. If not, then someone has gone to the trouble to create something very genuine looking. Definitely. Like the fact that it's set in Britain, I don't know. Like, I guess it's going to be a reboot, and instead of taking place in small town America, it's going to take place in England, you know, in a rural village or something that's in England. In we call it the sticks, basically. Out in America, you'd call it the boonies. So yeah, the sticks. So yeah, maybe that could be it. You've got like a weird village or something. Oh, village, Resident Evil 8. But yeah, you could have this weird sort of town, like a little village in England, and I don't know, it goes to shit. Some weird shit starts popping off, but it doesn't excite me as much as Silent Hill, like the American sort of like town, and how that creates its own style and vibe. Like thinking of it being transferred to England and it doesn't excite me as much as, say, the old Silent Hill does. So yeah, I don't know what to make of this. It's strange. It does look quite, I would say, it feels like it's going to be an uncomfortable experience, definitely, with the sort of like the room that has hoarder stuff in it, and the girl with all this self-hate and things, and she looks like she's being abused by people constantly. Yeah, and I guess the post-it notes all over the wall and stuff alludes to that, that kind of thing with her. I don't know what to make of it. Obviously, it could turn out to be completely fake, so treat this as it is. It's a leak, but it could be a fake leak, or it could be real. It could be genuine. I seem to lean more towards it being genuine. Hewlett did say that he thinks it's fake. That's what he did say, but he also said, but if it is true, then Konami needs to tighten up their ranks, because someone's leaking stuff, or multiple people, sources are leaking stuff. I think the premise and stuff, from what I've seen, I don't know, from what I've read, and the fact it had graffiti and it's referencing a lot of British culture, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. It just depends on how it's going to turn out, really. I know a lot of people think, Britain's quite a scary place. It can be quite a scary place to set horror in, definitely. Like, you could have these old castles and, like I said, these little rural villages and, whatever. But if it's a zombie setting, London's great for that. But at the same time, it's just not, I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to be as interesting as the older Silent Hill games and where Silent Hill is situated and placed. I don't. It's all going to come down to when it gets released, or when more news and stuff come out about it. So yeah, that's all there is really to go by. And obviously I can't show you the images myself, but you can find them. You'll be able to look them up. I don't know why these publications haven't had them pulled, but it is what it is. But a lot of YouTube videos, even one from GameSpot, they weren't showing any footage, any images. My bad. So it shows that it's crazy right now. The copyright sort of like strikes are crazy right now. So I'm not taking any chances. Konami, I have not really been keeping up to date with what they've been up to, because I generally couldn't care any less about them at this point. I know that they're trying to remake Metal Gear Solid with Bluepoint helming it, and I do like Bluepoint games, and while that is intriguing and interesting, and I would probably buy it, there's been hardly anything on that as it goes, so I don't know how that project is faring. Would I buy it? Probably, because it's Metal Gear Solid, it's a remake. If it was good, and I'm pretty sure Bluepoint would do a good job with it, because they did, they've done a good job with Dark Souls and Shadow of Colossus. So yeah, I would probably buy that, but there's been hardly any news. As for Silent Hill and with Blooper games, I don't really know Blooper that well. The premise and the style and stuff, it's not as interesting as PT was to me, which still kept the kind of Midwest town aesthetic and things, and had Norman Reedus playing this, this tortured soul, let's just say that, a bit like James Sunderland, because that's what I think they were going with. And he'd be perfect. He would have been perfect in the role for that, to play that character. But I like that more, and I don't think that this intrigues me as much as that. Having said that, they said they've got multiple Silent Hill games, so it's just Konami being Konami, and instead of concentrating on that one IP that they could do well, and that could make them a fair bit of money and resurrect this series, instead what they're doing is they're just throwing everything at the wall as usual. So we'll have to see. I mean, like I said, really when I saw the images, that one image of the house, and it just looked like Resident Evil 7. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like I'd already explored an area like that in Resident Evil 7. It wasn't very different, but I can see why it looks so similar. It's because Resident Evil 7 borrowed from PT and Silent Hill, and then now this is borrowing from that, because this could potentially be a new Silent Hill IP, a new Silent Hill game, so it makes sense that it's gone full circle and it's going to look similar. I guess I'm trying to kind of process everything in my head. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. It's interesting. Do you think this is real, fake? I tend to lean towards it's real. It looks damn good if it is fake. Then again, that image that looks like it's taken from Resident Evil 7, maybe that's fake. Maybe someone actually created that and messed about with a room in Resident Evil 7 in the mansion and you know, the Baker Mansion, and changed it to sort of look like that. Who knows? I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you excited for a new Silent Hill? Do you think they should leave it dead? Like just let it lie, let it rest? I don't know. I'm indifferent with it really. A part of me's like, yeah, they should. Then another part of me is thinking, well, PT was pretty good. So first person, I'd rather it be third person. I'm sick of old third person horror series games getting changed to first person. It's starting to annoy me a little bit, you know what I mean? Especially after like the Resident Evil 2 remake did third person perfectly fine in my opinion. Dead Space has done it 1 and 2. So getting a bit fed up with this. Let's do it first person instead of third person stuff. Resident Evil can't really stop because it's already done it 2 times before, and it's got one more sort of game within that trilogy, so it has to do first person again. But I'd be happy for it to go third person after that. That's it for the video. They're my thoughts on everything. I hope we get some news on this soon, some confirmation from Konami. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel if you like me as a content creator, you know, and you want to keep updated with any news regarding Silent Hill and the new Silent Hill, if it is actually a thing. Like the video, smash that like button for me if you enjoyed this video, enjoyed the content. Until next time, I've been System Check 66, and yeah, I'm out of it. Peace.